La 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 la.
On the banks of the Missouri River, across the tracks, in Washington, Missouri, stands the Capitol building of the corncob pipe capital of the world. Once there were 5 places in Washington that turned cobs into pipes. Now, Missouri Meerschaum's, the original, is the only one left. Back in 1869, Dutch immigrant Henry Tibby was a wood turner. He spun wood on a lathe and made furniture legs. Then a farmer brought him some corn cobs and asked him to turn them into pipes. And an industry was born.
This whole section is just all we're doing is storing these corn cobs in here.
The 3rd floor of the factory holds mountains of raw cobs, specially grown here in Franklin County. And yes, they do have corn on them to start, but the corn is shucked and sold. And them thar hills hold enough Missouri cobs to make enough pipes for the next 3 years, even if they never plant another stalk. And that is a lot of cobs.
We make about 3,000, roughly about 3,000 pipes per day.
Starting with the machine that cuts the cobs, it's pretty much the same equipment that's been making pipes for the past 80 years or so. It's a low-tech process for a low-tech product.
Last night we had a group of 40 people who were involved in heritage or preserving old buildings, and they just wanted to come see the building. So that's what I started talking most to them about. What they ended up being mostly fascinated about was corncob pipes. It just, for some reason, it fascinates people. It does. Every group that comes through here, it still fascinates them. I think it's how old the product is, and that it is still made basically the same way it was over 100 years ago.
Facing the river out on Front Street is Washington's first power and light company. Get this, it's the Tibby Power Company. Old Henry never was one to turn down an opportunity. But why did he build a power plant? To power the pipe factory next door, of course. The cobs are cut, holes are drilled, and after the bowls are turned and shaped and sanded, this is what makes corncob pipes Missouri Meerschaums, and not just corn cobs with holes in a stem. You see, a real Meerschaum pipe is made of a Turkish clay, and every Missouri Meerschaum gets a plaster coating, a secret patented recipe.
I go by the feel.
There's no recipe, they don't tell you how much to put in? What are you looking for?
I just get like a creamy, just a creamy, almost like a butter creamy. It's just like a plaster you put on your walls.
Except you're putting it on the pipe.
Yep.
In a room that sounds like the end of the world, the finished plastered bowls get a lacquer coating before they're sent to finishing. That's where the pieces are put together by hand.
Did you ever count the number of times you hit it in the course of the day?
No.
Would that drive you nuts?
Yeah. I could probably count them in my sleep. Or I should say I could probably put them together in my sleep.
Understandably, the corncob pipe business isn't as huge as it used to be. You'd expect that in our society. There used to be 120 employees here. Now there are only 40, if you consider 40 people who make corncob pipes, and only. But the corncob pipe marketplace is broader than it was a century ago, and the internet brings no shortage of buyers.
We sell all over the world. We sell into Europe, into the Scandinavian countries, heavy amount there. The United States is still probably our main market, but we sell into Europe, into Asia, South America, Australia, so all over the world.
General MacArthur was a Missouri Meerschaum customer, and because corncob pipes yam what they am, Popeye the Sailor Man did amazing things with his.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
This group of soldiers in Iraq smoked them at Saddam's palace.
We do have a lot of the guys that are over in the Middle East that like them. We love it when they order from us. We give it priority, and we always put a lot of extra stuff in there. We had one guy actually request wooden matches because he said they're real hard to find in the Middle East. So
Really?
Yeah. Phil was out of the office and I raided his drawer.
The bottom line is that despite changes in society and the economy, some things remain constant around here, no matter how traditional, no matter how antique.
Well, it definitely is an antique industry. I mean, the first commercial corncob pipe was made in 1869 right here. And so, yeah, it is an antique, but it's an authentic heritage type product, not just American, but Missouri product.
Henry Tibby would be proud. The Missouri Meerschaum, it's an American thing. For HEC-TV, I'm Aaron Mermelstein.
La 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 la.